Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name's Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. We're on to November 14th, college football week 12. 3 games on the slate tonight as MAC action continues. There's never a day off in football these days. So if you love betting football, college and pro, it's every day of the week. So we continue on Tuesday. First game, well, all of them start at the same time, so we'll go with Toledo Bowling Green. Bowling Green at home, 10 to 10.5 point favorite. We like Bowling Green, so definitely grab that 10.5 if you can. Total around somewhere between 50.5 and 51.5 at some sites. So if you like the 51, if you like the under like we like as well, you want to make sure we grab this at that 51.5. But we'll give you the plays that we have on this game. Most of our plays for college football tonight are going to be on this. So Bowling Green plus 2.5 first quarter, Bowling Green plus 6.5 first half, and Bowling Green plus 10.5 for the game. Bowling Green Toledo under 10.5 first quarter, under 25.5 first half, and under 50.5 for the game. Like I said, if you can grab the 51.5, I think BetMGM has that now. Make sure you grab that one. So if you want to roll with the under on that. But we'll go through that game one more time. Bowling Green plus 2.5 first quarter, plus 6.5 first half, plus 10.5 for the game. Bowling Green Toledo under 10.5 first quarter, under 25.5 first half, and under 50.5 for the game. Toledo's really good. They have a great defense. Bowling Green defense is pretty solid. Offense has been more hit than miss, but somewhat consistent, I guess. When you're 75% is pretty much consistent these days in college football. So Bowling Green definitely the play there. Next game up, Western Michigan, Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois, 5-point favorite at home, 56.5 total. We have got burned by NIU for the last 3 weeks, so we're sticking away from this particular matchup on this one here. Western Michigan, they are a better team, but they have not been, let alone cover when they've been, 10-point favorites. They haven't even won. So it's really hard to kind of get back behind that type of action there. So therefore, we're going to pass on that Western Michigan, Northern Illinois. The other game of the night, Akron at Eastern Michigan. Akron, the worst team in the MAC, is a 3.5-point dog going on the road, and 39 total in that particular game. And to be honest, we're just taking Eastern Michigan all the way across, as Akron has just been god-awful to say the least. So Eastern Michigan, minus 1.5 first quarter, minus 2.5 first half, and minus 3.5 for the game. One more time on that one, Eastern Michigan minus 1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, and minus 3.5 for the game. That'll do it for college football on Tuesday the 14th. On that one, there are some games coming up, just to give you guys a heads on, like we did last week with SMU, is the last day it jumped 4 points, right? So a couple of games to consider. UTSA is something we're going to be looking out for on Friday. Against South Florida. UTSA's offense is fantastic. That totals at 67 as well. Something to keep an eye on there. So if you see any line movement at all, might be willing to jump on that. The game tomorrow with Buffalo and Miami of Ohio. Buffalo is god-awful on the offensive side, so that total under 40, probably work on that one. But just a couple games that we're looking at before we head into the Saturday slate, obviously, which is, I don't know, like the Saturday slate's not that exciting, so probably, I think most of our value is probably going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There are some games that will be on for Saturday for sure, as always, but it's not looking that fantastic, for a slate of games on Saturday. So not like last week where we had all these big matchups. I mean, the big matchup's going to be Georgia, Tennessee, and I honestly think Georgia's going to roll again. Would not be shocked in the least on that particular one. If you want to watch the ugliest game of the week, Nebraska, Wisconsin on Saturday is definitely coming up. That's definitely got to rank up there, I would think, on that. Texas going to Iowa State could be a little tricky, especially at night. So something we'll have our eye on there as well. So like I said, at the end of this episode, make sure you do check out the comment section. There will be a link to our Google Sheets that'll have all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units, and what book we placed them at. That'll kind of rank down the bets for you on that particular one. So try to make life really simple. There are 4 sheets on there. One says 23 or 22 to 23 football. Of course, that was last season. Also, 23 baseballs on there. That was the season just finished up. We've got 23 to 24 football and then 23 to 24 basketball. So if we're just looking for the football bets, obviously it's on the football sheet, and the basketball bets, same thing on the basketball sheet. So make sure you check those out when you get some time. It'll show our progress all season long. Like we've been doing really, like football's been a little weird. Monday night was horrible. I think we had, I think we lost like 130 units on Monday night. It was just like Kincaid was a half a yard short. Like he was one reception short. Josh Allen didn't throw a second touchdown, which he's normally good for 2 touchdowns every week, even though he throws, 2 picks every week. But, it was just one of those games on Monday night that we kind of got saddled with. The 2 primetime games of Thursday and Monday were really the barn burners. Thursday night wasn't that good. Like, I would have never probably laid a penny on that game in get Carolina and the Bears. But since it was Thursday night football, you kind of get sucked in. The same thing, I think, for Monday night. The Bills team's been nothing but a disappointment. So you can see all the plays that we had on that particular game in the results. So, and all the games all season long by checking out those Google Sheets. And always make sure you subscribe and get notifications to the YouTube channel. So when we drop our bets, you get those first, give you a ton of time to match them up with your bets, and give you that ton of confidence heading to the betting app or betting window to make some money. When you subscribe and get notifications, it's really easy. Once we drop them, boom, get notified right to your device. Makes life extremely simple. So make sure you do that and stay ahead of the curve instead of being like, oh, man, I missed that bet. And then you got to try to figure out if you can live line it or not. So I do appreciate everybody's support as always and look forward to seeing you on the next episode.